Folks, the man needs to be impeached. He simply needs to be impeached. And by the man, I mean President Barack Hussein Obama. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show. If this is your first time watching, please subscribe. It's free. It helps the cause of liberty in the United States, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Libertarian. So we are seeing history in the making. And a lot of people, and by people I mean Democrats, are confused, and some Republicans I guess, are confused by what is going on in Washington in the House. In a historic event, the House voted to sue the President of the United States. Understand that is actually their right to do that. Now, I want to explain to you, morons. I mean, I'm looking at this trend, and everybody talking about it are these left-wing, whack-job, communist, socialist, fascists who believe that the president has unfettered power. Let me say this one thing before I even get into this topic. The duty of the president is not to make policy, is not to make regulations, is not to make law. That is not the duty of the president of the United States. People are confused. They are bamboozled by the left-wing and mainstream media, even Fox News. They think that the president has the power to unilaterally make laws. People of America, the idea of a president is the exact opposite of a king. A king writes laws, writes legislation. The president of the United States agrees with Congress and helps sign into law laws, rules, and regulation that the Congress has come up. He simply signs it into law and then thereby enforces the duly voted on rules and regulation and laws that the Congress has come up with. That's the idea of freedom, that we do not have a king. You idiots think president means CEO, means king, means dictator. President in a free nation means that he is simply the one that carries the bat. He is the police branch of the U.S. federal government. That's all he is. Notice that the police don't come up with rules, laws, and regulations. The police just walk around with sticks and beats black people upside the head and the occasional white person. But make sure you're not a Mexican, they won't touch you then at all, according to the border situation. The President of the United States is simply the enforcement branch. He doesn't come up with laws. The fact that President Obama has turned his entire administration into a dictatorship has fallen on deaf ears in the Democratic Party and even some Republicans. Now, let's get into this. This is a nuanced case. And by nuance, I mean that the conservatives and even the moderates with some intelligence, with some wherewithal, are calling for the impeachment of Obama. But the Republicans are trying to look good to independents, middle of the road people, middle of the road stupid people, that is. Not all middle of the road people are in favor of Obama. They are actually trying to adhere to the popularity of Obama. And what do I mean by that? That means that they are trying to back away from the very word impeachment. So this is nuance. Instead of impeachment, they're doing lawsuits. And people are saying it's politics. It's politics. They're all racist. No, they're not all racist. Yes, it is politics, but it is nuanced politics. They can accomplish an impeachment, a vote of no confidence via the parliamentary system through a court of law. They can accomplish impeachment without impeachment. Now, specifically, they are hanging their hat on the president going behind the back of Congress and telling businesses that they can ignore the mandates of Obamacare for another year or even 2 years when he will be long gone and out of office. Oh, I'm sorry. He's actually asking for a third term. Did you hear that? This is a nuanced case. They are trying to look good, I guess, for November, but this is the establishment Republicans. And by establishment, it means rhinos. It means Democrats who jumped ship from the Democratic Party, who joined up with the Republican Party and seized control of it. You all don't understand politics, do you? You think these are actual Republicans. These are not Republicans. These are Democrats who jumped ship and gained control of the Republican Party. Quote unquote, the establishment. If you don't understand that, go research it. Please go research it. I have actually been in contact with historians at the major universities, the Ivy League universities, and they have en masse, through a carbon copy email discussion, said that in fact there was no exodus of right-wing Republicans from the Republican Party to the Democrats and vice versa. The only exodus there was the neocons, the neoconservatives, meaning people who went from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party to seize control of the Republican Party. The Democrats were so upset at the Republican stance, the stance of freedom, the stance of slavery abolition, that they could not take it, and they seized control of the Republican Party. So when people now say that the parties are one, they actually mean that the parties are one. You are not looking at conservatives. Understand what is going on. So this is a nuanced case. They can accomplish an impeachment without having to impeach Obama, and supposedly they can still look good for those people in the middle on the fence for November's voting. That is what's going on. Something has to be done. You can't be a congressman trying to do your job and have Obama sitting in the White House ignoring you, ignoring congressmen, ignoring the rule of law. I'm going to do whatever I want to do because I have a pen and a telephone? That's hogwash. He's committed atrocities. Has he committed misdemeanors? Misdemeanor is such a little term as far as legal stance is concerned. Misdemeanor means he stole White House pens and paper, that he stole erasers, that he's making personal phone calls on the job, right? How many of you get fired for that? Huh? That's a misdemeanor. That's the very least. In this economy, people get fired for that, don't they? Has he committed something on the level of stealing pens from his job? Oh, he's done that and more. The terms of impeachment is just that tiny. He doesn't have to smack the Pope in the face. He doesn't have to murder a baby on the White House lawn. That would be something crazy. It says high crimes and misdemeanors. He doesn't have to do anything outrageous. He's already done Guantanamo. He's already admitted to drones. He's already admitted to indefinite detention. If you follow me on Facebook, which the link will be in the information box, I can show you links of him signing into law indefinite detention for everyone. Yes, that includes you liberals. If he just feels good and ready, he can detain you. He is ripe for impeachment. And I just don't understand his popularity. And black people are now coming out in droves and saying that he's not good for black people. Well, duh, I've been screaming that for what now? 4 years? 5 years? He's not good for black people at all. And they're now, oh, I lost my house. Oh, none of my friends, children can get a job. I lost 60% of my wealth. My taxes have gone up. Food has gone up. Gas is high. He's preaching all this stuff that he was going to do for us and nothing has happened. Hello, black people. I've been saying that. Hello. I've been right here screaming this from day one, and you voted him in a second time in record numbers. Record numbers in the history of the United States. You voted for the person that is sending you to the poorhouse, that is sending your children to jail. You voted this idiot in. The president doesn't make laws. He enforces laws, and that's what the lawsuit is about. He is not doing his job under the Constitution. Their job description is in the Constitution. Now, forget about your animosity towards the congressman. That's not an issue. They're not on trial here. Obama is on trial here. Is he doing his job to enforce the duly signed laws of the federal government? And the answer is an unmitigated no. He's doing the exact opposite, and he's trying to take the law into his own hands. And everybody under his administration is running circles around the laws and committing crimes. The IRS scandal, the Benghazi scandal, Fast and Furious, and now the border control. The governors turned to Obama and said, do something about the U.S. border. It's like the only thing that you actually have as part of your job description. You want to take a pen and paper and telephone and make up all this other malarkey, do at least take control of the borders. No, we need to do amnesty. No, you don't need to do amnesty. Our economy is in shambles. You are working against the United States of America. Do your job. That's what this lawsuit is about. Stop listening to the Washington Post. Stop listening to Slate. Stop listening to Al Sharpton, for God's sakes. If you take your advice from Al Sharpton, you really need to be a part of the slaughter that's going on in the West Bank on the Gaza Strip. You need to be a part of those people. If you take your advice from NSNBC, you need to be slaughtered yourself. You are against America. Let's bring back Bush with that, if you're not with us, you're against us. If you're not with us, you're against your own goddamn country. Obama's great. What rock are you under? Give you a constitution. Read it. This is what the president is supposed to be doing. Not this king crap. Not this dictatorship crap. Not this communist crap. Not this socialism crap. And these people, Boehner, Cantor, and what have you, the establishment, they can't even move without their constituents crying, beating their breasts, pulling out their hair and say, impeach him already. Get it done. And they're suing the president instead of impeaching him. It's politics, it's nuance, and it's falling on deaf ears through the American public. And what did the liberals say? Oh, they're wasting our taxpayer dollars. No, they're not wasting our taxpayer dollars. They're trying to do their job. And they're trying to infuse politics, right? You can't be in politics and not do politics. This isn't Russia where they come right out and say, that guy over there needs to be run out of office, signed a paper, and boom, he's gone. They can't do that. They have to coddle all of the little babies that the Democrats and the mainstream media and Hollywood has nurtured. Oh, we can't touch Obama. we can't impeach him. We can't even say the word impeachment, so what we'll do instead is we will sue him. Then the court can decide his fate. And once the court says everything that Obama is doing is illegal, he's by definition impeached. Obama is unconstitutional. He's by definition out of office. Because then maybe there'll be a little bit more scrutiny over what he does. An executive order should only be, hey, IRS, make sure you do your job. That should be an executive order. Not, hey, businesses, I know that we passed this law in the United States by the Congress and all this stuff, and I signed it into law, but you can ignore it. No, that's not an executive order. An executive order is something within his power, within his branch, as dictated by the Constitution. If you don't understand this stuff, you're just ignorant, you're stupid. And if you don't research it, you're un-American. It used to be a time in the 1950s where the government actually was afraid of us because everybody was an awakened citizen. We have been dumbed down. All of you children of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s have been dumbed down, have been processed through this NWO school system that they have set up, and you don't even understand what the President of the United States can and cannot do. And the fact that you don't understand that means that you're less than an adult in the United States. Tell me what you think about that. Thank you for watching the Shigama Live Show.